Well, this is one of my favorite knives in the kitchen, and it's quite dull. This is actually a really good knife sharpener. Why? Because it's motor powered. Let me explain. Trying to use a grinder like this, it's almost impossible for a knife. And these handheld are limited on how much you could sharpen a knife with. So these are almost as good as using a grinding stone because they do have grinding stones inside there. So there's a grinding stone over there. This is a crude and this is a fine. This is for taking the edge off and this is to making the edge sharp. And this is the best way that you could do a blade on a knife without doing manually on a watered down 1000 grit sharpening stone. Well, this is one of my favorite knives in the kitchen and it's quite dull. And this machine will help you with that, but it's very important to know how to use it. So you have to understand how a blade works. Imagine if this is the blade, right? So this is the sharp part over here on top and this is the grinding tool. When you first use it, if you are going to be very close to this edge before you're going to create its edge, you might actually grind it and not actually notice a difference. What you have to do is you have to straighten out this edge. So you have to grind it until this edge becomes what this machine can do. So it becomes flat like this. So it follows the curvature of the machine. Once you get this edge and you take this part out, then the knife is going to be really sharp. And how you do that correctly is very simple with this machine. So you have to understand how to use it. It has very clear instructions here on the side. What you have to do is you have to put the knife in and you have to follow the edge of the machine. So you see, like right now the knife, it's not sitting like this, it's not sitting like this. It's resting on this edge, on this outside edge of the machine for the inside, and then it's resting over here for this outside. Then you're gonna go to the fine stone on both sides, and that will make a huge difference on the blade. But you have to create the proper blade. So here it is. It is recommended to always pull on the knife. What you're gonna see is gonna be a little edge gonna be created. Again, against the machine, against the edge, and pull. So right now this blade has a kind of like an edge like this, you know, because depends on which side you finish, it has a little bit of a spot like this. So the fine part is going to correct that. And this is the edge you're going to end up with. It's a little bit sharper than it was before. Have I done it enough? Well, let's see. So there is a quick cut, but I think I've done it enough because it has a very nice bite into the apple now, look. Let me see if I could do a very fine slice. Look at that. So you already feel this knife has a very nice edge. It's very important, you know, forming the right blade. And the first time you're going to use it, it's going to take a little bit because it will have to correct all the years that you had on this knife and the shape of the blade. But once you corrected it like this, it's going to be a lot better. Trust me, you're going to love this thing.